Okay, today we are going to work on another poem. It was kind of earlier on Tuesday, but I saw a few poems. Make sure you put your poem underneath um, and make sure you are following my instructions for how to do the poem. Some of you are missing some of the parts of speech that you need. You need to be careful to do it exactly the way that I'm asking you to do it and not make it up on your own. Okay? So we're going to try a different kind, and this one is described on page 55 in your Shurley Grammar book that looks like this. And this is a color poem. A color poem. So the first thing that you want to do is pick a color as the title of your poem. And then we're going to use similes. A simile is a good writing strategy to use to compare something. And we use the words like and as when we do similes. Okay, so it was as bright as the sun. I swim like a fish. Those are, which I don't, but those are similes to compare something, okay? I was as grumpy as a bear. And, well, that probably was true, okay? So we're going to write one line for each of the five senses. So sight, whoops, spelled that wrong. Sight, not small, smell, taste, hearing, and touch. So we start, and this is the example in your book, we start with the color word. So that's the title, yellow. And then we give something that we can see that's yellow. So what does yellow look like? It looks like daffodils. Okay, looks like. And we want to use those simile words, like and as. Don't say looks daffodils, or don't say, use this phrase, looks like daffodils. You can find good synonyms for looks, appears, presents itself as, however you want to say it in a poetic way. But you need the like here because that's what's making it a simile. Smell. So what does yellow smell like? Smells like lemons. What does it taste like? Taste as good as a banana. What does it sound like? Sounds like children laughing. And that was very creative, wasn't it? Because yellow, that's difficult. So what do you think? What do you associate it with? And that you can think it sounds like, maybe it sounds like the kitchen because you're imagining the banana in the kitchen or the lemons in the kitchen. Or maybe it sounds like the bees buzzing in a flower garden. Bees are yellow, so that might be something. And feels like warm sunshine. So the last line actually helps me understand this one a little bit. Because if it feels like warm sunshine, then it's going to sound like children laughing because they're able to get outside and play and they're in the sun. So you are being creative here with your idea of what do you associate with these colors. And you get to pick the color. So you need to pick one that you can come up with something. Don't say, well, I can't come up with anything. You get to pick the color. So you pick the color and then you try to think of things that you can associate with that. Don't repeat. This would not be a good poem if I said, looks like bananas, smells like bananas, tastes like bananas. No, it needs to be something different for each one. Now they can connect together like these two. Let me show you my example. I did pink, which can be a little difficult. When I got to taste, I was a little confused, but I found something. Pink looks like Mamie's bathroom. If you watched history, you saw that I was telling you about Mamie Eisenhower and how she liked pink. So pink looks like Mamie's bathroom. It smells like a sweet flower. So what do I most of the time associate with pink? Would probably be flowers, or I was thinking of little girls' clothing, So what was a smell that I could have? So I said a flower. Taste as good as a sweet cupcake. So pink can go on frosting and sprinkles and things like cupcake wrappers. So it tastes like a cupcake. There's not a lot of pink foods, but it tastes like a cupcake. Sounds like little girls giggling. I thought of girls because a lot of times that's who you see wearing pink as little girls. So it sounds like little girls giggling, and it feels sticky like nail polish. Nail polish is another thing that could be pink. Um, Another thing I thought of, I don't know if any of you have ever had this, is Pepto Bismol, which is medicine you take when your stomach's sick, and it's very, very pink. So I thought of that as a taste or a smell. But just do some brainstorming. Pick your color and then brainstorm lots of things and then try to fit them into which one is going to be a looks like, which one's going to be a smells like, tastes like, and find something for everyone. Don't give me a nothing. Don't give me a taste like nothing. No, be creative. Use this to sit down and think for a little bit. Do some drawing with it. Figure out a good poem. So below in the comments, I want to see your whole poem. And it should have the title. And underneath the title should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines because you have one for each sense. Okay? Show me your poems. I'll be reading them.